Okay, honey, we have to talk about the upcoming new moon in Pisces happening on March the 18th. What's going on here is that it's leading to the March the 20th day of renewal. This is the astrological new year, and a lot of people in different regions of the world celebrating this is the spring equinox. This is the energy of things really shifting, okay, in your life, in your reality. So in this video, I'm going to break it down for you, the things that you need to know about this new moon in Pisces, how it affects you, and how you can work with it in order for you to become more whole, more integrated, and allowing your manifestations to really come through and land in your life. Pisces is a water sign. So we're talking about creativity, we're talking about intuition, we're talking about spirituality. This is going to be the energies that gets affected the most. Now, I want you to keep in mind that we're currently going through a Mercury retrograde in Pisces right now. It's a wrapping up. It's the tail end, okay? So the Mercury retrograde, I believe it started February 26th or 24th. I can't remember. Wrote down. And then it's going to come through on, it's going to end on March the 20th. So this is going to be, February 26th. That's when the Mercury started. So what you're going to expect is that there is a coming back, okay? A reawakening of some sort. So something that you think that you're done with can be coming back into your life in regards to creativity, spirituality, or even romantic love or romantic fantasies. I have to laugh at the romantic fantasies because there's a difference between reality and fantasy. So we have to talk about that. But the first thing here to know is that these are the areas that gets affected. Now, the second thing is that is it just affecting you for no reason? No, it's affecting you for a very profound reason. With the Mercury coming back, it's like kick up the dust. It's like reminding you of all these old wounds, of all these unfinished chapters in your life, and everything that you need to look at with clear glasses on and not with illusionary pink dust, okay? Before you start a new year. The new year, the spring equinox, is a whole new chapter of you stepping into your spiritual power. The energy of you reclaiming your sovereignty begins when the illusions end. So around this time, a lot of illusions are collapsing in your life. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to the people, the circumstances, the events that come back into your life or resurface into your awareness. A lot of the things are coming back to give you clarity in your life's direction, in where you're headed, in certain, fluffy pink clouds, fantasies that you have about, oh yeah, I can just, do this thing and do the minimal effort and make a living out of it, because I watched a YouTube video once about I should live out my passion, okay? Although, definitely we're here to live that out in the new earth, but it's going to require more than just your passion. Let's be real, right? For you to have a successful business, doing what you love, right? This is something I talk about with my inner circle members in Seen, Heard, and Felt about. Like, there's a difference between you being passionate and like, I love playing the guitar, versus how to make a YouTube channel, how to upload videos, how to share things in a certain way, right? Know how to speak to your audience, or knows how to market yourself or brand yourself. In order for you to get that success and that monetary success that you wish. So there's a difference between having a fantasy about, having going full-time with your passion, and then being realistic about it and be like, well, you know what? It's gonna take some 3D action as well, right? Manifestation is not just all fluffy. It's gonna require me to go all in and learn the new skills on whatever I choose to do, right? Whichever platform I choose to be on, however I wanna expand my life. So the Pisces new moon is coming through not to discourage you, but to bring awareness to where your two heads in the cloud versus where you need to anchor in more stability and structure in 3D type of action. Okay? And when it comes to love and romance, we have to understand what is the difference between romantic fantasy versus true love, right? So a lot of us, we get caught up in this romantic fantasy. I like this guy, I like this gal, and whatever. Oh, he's my twin flame, or she's my soulmate, or sometimes we even use this spiritual language to make sense of the things. But the thing is, are they really your twin flame, right? Are they really your soulmate? Are they really your anything, right? Or you are projecting that missing part of you onto somebody, because the truth is, we project, especially the fragmented part of ourselves gets projected. It has to be projected onto something for us to be reflected back, for us to see where we are playing with the fragmented parts of ourselves, that we can, bring it home. So this Pisces new moon, very important, is here to allow you to see where you spend a lot of your energy in chasing romance, in chasing, fantasies, in chasing something that can never come into fruition, because you don't like the person who they are. You like them for what you think, who they think you are. Isn't that a movie? It's called like The Idea of You. Okay, I think it's like more of a cougar movie or whatever. But anyway, let me know if you've seen it. Anne Hathaway. But the energy of you of you reclaiming your whatever fantasy back into you, and asking yourself, okay, why do I need this person to play this part for me, right? Like if you are, a feminine energy, whether you're female or, whatever, right? You can project this this super masculine image of someone who's so stable, who's so strong, he's so whatever, right? And then you're like, oh my God, I love this guy, but do you really like this guy? Or he is reflecting back to you all these aspects that you need to integrate into yourself so that you can step into your new earth leadership, which is, stability, security, confidence, right? Self-reassurance, self-trust. So a lot of the things, maybe I'll make a separate video about this, that you think that you like about a person, you actually don't really like them. You like the idea of them, because the idea of them is the idea of you. It's the true version of you that you need to step in and integrate your divine masculine and your divine feminine, okay, within you. And this is going to be that inner union. I talk about this in my Divine Union series, so check it out down below in the playlist. You can watch all the series. And maybe, when it comes to you projecting your masculine energy, your guy or whatever, you are projecting this perfect goddess image onto a very feminine type of female, and then you expect her to be that, whatever fantasy fairy version, and then when she doesn't show like that, and when the image, the fantasy cracks, because it has to crack at some point, right? That's why people call certain things the honeymoon phase. You fall in love and all of that, and then after a while you hate each other. You can't even stand, and you're like, why did this person do this to me and all of that? And it's because you're projecting, right? You're projecting your romantic fantasy onto someone. And romantic fantasies in the love songs in the movie, it can never be fulfilled fully and sustained by a person, because they're a person. They have different sides to them. They're not just perfect little, baby doll sitting on your lap, okay? Or they're not like this perfect, strong, masculine muscle man who's gonna save you from like everything, right? Put money in your mouth, right? You have to remember to call back and realize, this is like one of those moments I feel like I'm breaking people's like dreams right now. It's like Santa Claus is not real. It's like one of those moments. But I don't know. Pardon me, okay, if I'm breaking your fantasy here. But that's the energy, okay, of this Mercury retrograde in Pisces, right? Bringing back, allowing you to review your life and your actions and your, all these projections. But also, it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning for you to have new dreams. New dreams that are worthy. Maybe instead of fantasizing about these, like, whatever man or woman who plays this silly, basic role in your life, fulfilling your fantasy, maybe it's time to look for a partner who is healthy, who is an actual match for you, right? Instead of chasing these dreams of like, I'm gonna be this, famous person, or I'm gonna be this whatever person because you read it on a newspaper or on a video or whatever once, instead of being like, okay, what is my actual dream? I actually really want to help people, F the fame, F the whatever. That's not really the focus. Yes, I want to help as many people as possible, but my dream is actually helping people tangibly, okay? And really caring for them instead of being like, having all these weird fantasy of people screaming your name, sign my shirt, that kind of thing. So all of these things are asking you to come home to what is actually worthy, what is a worthy dream to have. Okay, I want you to write this down, journal on this. What is a worthy dream for me? What is my new worthy dream? Where am I in fantasy mode? Okay, where am I in fantasy mode? And there's a difference between dreaming big, okay, and being in a very anchored way, versus having this fantasy. Like, this girl is gonna fix all my problem. This guy is gonna fix all my problem. Money is gonna fix all my problem. No, okay, it won't. Okay, again, sorry if it's Santa Claus, it's not real moment, okay, but it's like that. In this life, you are responsible for your experience. You are creating your reality. You're wrapping up all these illusions, not in a way that God is punishing you or anything. None of that. The God consciousness lives within you, and the God consciousness within you wants you to be free, wants you to be set free, wants you to have clarity, clear vision, clear seeing. And you can only do that when you stop playing with illusions and fragments and projections, and you start looking at real life situation, right? If I really want something, I'm going to work for it, right? If I really care about something, I'm gonna show up for it, right? If something really matters to me, or someone who is really mattered to me, I'm gonna be present with that person, right? Like, these are very basic human 3D thing that I believe we need to also ground in ourselves, and not like just be in our fantasy, spiritual bypassing mode, where like, oh, I just think about it and it won't happen. Okay, good, use your imagination, create all of that, but you have to learn how to appreciate things in your life and the people in your life and the real world type of opportunities and availabilities that are available for you, right? And not just be like, well, this is not good enough for me. I'm looking for my fantasy, whatever thing. I'm looking for my fantasy job or money or girlfriend, boyfriend or partner or friend or whatever. And then you here, not good enough, okay? I don't appreciate you. I don't appreciate the money I have. I don't appreciate the food I have right now. I am dreaming about my 5-star meal. No, okay? That is called being ungrateful. And that is being called not being anchored in truth. Okay, so that's the energy that is so important for us to be grounded on before we start the new year. So I really gonna encourage you, if January 1st, okay, or February, whatever, Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year wasn't popping for you, okay, you have another New Year opportunity now. Okay, you have a New Year opportunity now. The zodiac wheel is completing one cycle. We're gonna have Aries season begin again. And what this means is that you have a new chapter, a new book that you can start writing, a new path that you can start walking on. So what is this path for you? Okay, so the questions I want you to continue asking yourself, what am I wrapping up in my life? Okay, please comment below, journal this out. What's illusions am I ready to wrap up, to shatter in my life? What am I ready to step into boldly in this new astrological calendar? Because the truth is, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and Aries, any of my Aries here, any of Pisces here, right? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. A lot of that entrepreneurial go-getter, energy. I'm a go-getter because I go get it. Okay, I love that quote. Right, that's it. You're a go-getter because you go get it. So have that fire, have that burning passion again ignited within you. You want something, eyes on the prize, let's go get it, baby. Right? Stop dreaming and being fluffy and dreaming a dream that is not your dream. Maybe it's someone else's dream to be like that, but it's not your dream. Okay? So you have to get real with that. And no one and nothing outside of you can fulfill any missing gap, hole, void in you. You have to fill it with the God energy, that love energy, self-sufficiency energy. Love yourself. Know that you're enough. You don't need to be chasing nothing, nobody. Okay? No money, no bling, no nothing. Okay? Because the truth is, once you realize you have everything in you and nothing is real outside of you, that's when you have power. That's when you can approach something not in a desperation, kind of way, but you approach it in a very sincere way. I do this because it makes me happy. The process itself makes me happy. Right? Any of my creatives here, this new moon is huge for you. If you're a creator, you're a healer, you're in the spiritual energy, you're an artist, anything like that. Making art is not about putting out production, like that. It's about enjoying the process of creation, right? You have to enjoy your craft. You have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy what you do. If you only do things, means to an end, then stay in the 3D, okay? Don't look up how to ascend, how to awaken, how to, step into the new earth. You don't need none of that. If you still want means to an end. For you to be in the new earth consciousness, you have to look at things and your life completely different way, in a higher perspective. Enjoy the journey. Walk the path of sovereignty. Be firm in every step you walk on, and have your mind and your heart so open for miracles and opportunities, but also knowing that you can put one foot in front of another to continue walking. Okay? Make peace with your 3D, make peace with your spiritual world, smash it together, peanut butter and jelly, and then eat it. Okay, unless you're allergic, then replace. Okay, let me know what comes up for you. Comments down below. Like this video if you're appreciating it, and subscribe to the channel for more. This is Tina Wong, and I love you so much. I'll see you on the next one.